Guys, haven't posted in a few days, but just go over a few things, some stuff to talk about. Maybe do a review here, and then I'll probably post one later on today. What I want to talk about today is, hey, the New York Congress woman, if you can call her that. It's more like a girl. What's her name? AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Who's this? Oh my God, I don't recognize his face. Seems familiar. Economist. If you could name him, you'll get a lollipop. But look at the face real good. And who's this? Oh yeah, look at that face. Another economist. This one happened to be like Pete Buttigieg. Yeah. But anyway, he's an economist, and what you did was you morph these two guys into one person. Maybe we'll just cut his head off and put it on his body. But anyway, making that mistake, it's honest. It could be an honest mistake. But it just seems like you just make quite a few of them. I understand you are a rising star. I mean, what you did is amazing. You went from serving Tom Collins to serving up lies, misconceptions, but you fit right in. You fit right into Congress, because all of Congress, everyone that's there in the House right now, on the Democratic side, the left side, you're all kind of equally dumb. So you're actually probably the smartest one in the room when you're in the room with all those other Congress people. Unfortunately, they've came down to average intelligence. You would be on the spectrum. Yeah, and if you understand what the spectrum is, that's what you, because, yeah. And I understand why, because you're playing a part, you're playing a role as a congressperson. I know you answered the call. You saw an ad in the paper or in your college looking for a young Latina who can articulate our leftist views, and you answered it, and you didn't know what you were getting into. So a lot of the stuff that you're saying is force-fed, and, you're just probably most of the time trying to use your recollection of what was told to you so you could re-say it, but put it in your own way so that it doesn't come across as phony. But so I can see how sometimes you can get two people confused and mix them up, make a hybrid. But what you're doing is not honest, and when you go out there stomping for Bernie, you seem just as angry as the rest of the Bernie crowd, but you don't look at right now how much entitlement you have. It's overwhelming. You talk about all these things about oppression and how things are not equal, and they're not, because we're not equal. You're doing better than I am. So, if you get in office, can I have your seat? Can I have your position so that all things are equal? No. That's just the way it is. That's just the way of the world. There's always been those people who achieve and those people who don't achieve. Now, to automatically award those people who do not want to achieve, that's not human. That's just not human nature. If you don't want to do well for yourself, you want to lay on your ass, you want to, continue to be a a ward of the state, a ward of this country, and have endless amount of children, or don't have any children, but just be a big child yourself. But don't feel like you need to contribute to society in any way, but still reap the benefits that everyone else goes out there and works hard and puts the effort into improving their life, and you just get their rewards. Yeah, I just don't see how that at the end is going to work out. I mean, in the short term, maybe people will be like, yeah, this is great. There's always that honeymoon period and anything you do. But once you just really look into it, it's quite scary that they want to just dramatically change our society. It's because there will be a dramatic change. It won't be just an incremental change. It'll be a dramatic change. And only the meek will inherit the earth, basically. So that's and that's just scary to think that I've been working for so long to do right by my family, and if you guys get in office, all that could be taken away to redistribute to people who don't deserve it or haven't earned it. So anyway, let's move on to something else. I didn't watch the Oscars as I kind of saw little clips of it. I find it strange how these Hollywood elitists, with their gated communities that they live in, or the hills that they live in, or the multiple houses they have in safe states, not the coastal states, but safe states. Like a lot of them live in Idaho or Utah or Maine, places where there are not a large population of people. They live in smaller communities and have the biggest house in town. They come on and they get this day where they pat each other on the back and talk about all their accomplishments, and then they get on stage and tell us, they preach to us what we're doing wrong. Whew, talk about hypocrisy, and it's just shameful. It's just terrible. I don't, I started boycotting films that have certain actors in it, only because I think they're so self-absorbed. I'm not cheating myself out of anything, because I used to love watching movies, and I watched programs, and I still do reviews on some of them, and I watched a couple of shows recently on Netflix that were just god awful. They were just terrible. It was just like PC and social justice warrior, and it was just like, I cannot watch this because it was unrelatable, and it wasn't entertaining. I want to be entertained, and I don't want to be lectured. I don't want to be told how I should feel, what I should think. I want to leave that up to me. Write the script so that it leaves it up to the person to make their judgment, but don't tell me. And that's what they're doing. They're telling you, this is how you should feel. And then, they go up there, and the best actor category went to Joaquin Phoenix. His brother was a better actor. River Phoenix was way better than him. He's overrated. He's okay. He's okay. I ain't gonna say he's overrated. He's okay. I tolerate. But then he goes on these weird, somewhat, it looked like he rehearsed it several times in front of the mirror in the bathroom or something, or it was like an act or something. I don't never know, because this guy, he's known for doing he's known for doing that, like being a character for a while, even as he walks around in the street, he's doing an act. So I don't really know how he feels, because that whole cow thing was, just bizarre. But this is them. This is them today, preaching to us from their ivory towers. They come down every once in a while, and They want to let us know the Lilliputians how disgusting we are and how terrible people that we are. I didn't even care about the Brad Pitt thing because you know what? That's just typical. He just fell into the mode. He's nothing exceptional. He just fell into the mode of having Trump derangement syndrome. He just fell into that whole thing. So nothing he said was going to be new. It's just the same old thing. Regurgitation of what the media says, what the other Hollywood actors say, and he just say the same thing. They might say it in a different way and use their own styles, but it's all the same thing. And nothing original there. That's why I didn't look at it. But the one that Joaquin Phoenix, when he came on there, that was kind of unusual. It kind of reminiscent of the Brando, when Brando went and won the best actor award, and he went up there, and it was his whole mannerism and this act that he puts on, where he's like pausing for the camera and waiting for the applause. It was epic. Yes, cows. We drink the milk. Like that whole, the lights were shining on his eyes. I mean, you can't get any phonier. But I think next year they're going to award him the Oscars for his performance at the Oscars, because that was great. Anyway, I'll move on. I'll be back later, post a video. We'll talk soon. Leave comments all the time. I like comments. I'll answer them. And share this video. I mean, share it with people you think might either object or might feel like they agree. All right, talk to you soon.